Alright, hello everyone. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and we are back with more Leetcoding. So let's just get started. So what should we choose? What kind of problem should we do? How about a sliding window? We haven't done sliding window in a little while. And search for the nearest easy, because here's an easy. Let's do it. Okay, so number 594. Longest harmonious subsequence. We are given a harmonious array as an array where the difference between its maximum value and its minimum value is exactly 1. Okay, so we have an array of numbers, and the maximum value compared with the minimum value is 1. So there's only, like, from reading that sentence, before I continue, it seems like nums is going to equal, it's an array, something like this, like 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, something like this, where the maximum value is 3, the minimum value is a 2, and there's the difference between them is 2. Okay? Given an array nums, return the length of its longest harmonious subsequence. Oh no. Okay, this defines what a harmonious subsequence is. It's not that the entire nums array is going to be harmonious. It is that, it is not that the entire nums array is going to be harmonious. It is that this, what I just said, the difference between the minimum and maximum is at most 1. That is the definition of harmonious. Okay, so we are given this nums array, and we need to return the length of the longest harmonious subsequence within that array that we're given. Okay, so an example here. Nums is equal to 1, 3. Now, what I'm looking at is all of us, immediately I go 1 and 3. That's a break. That's not a harmonious subsequence, because 1 and 3, what's the difference? It's 2. So that doesn't meet the specifications. Now, 3 and 2, okay, well that does meet the specifications. What about 3 and 2 and 2? Okay, that also meets the specifications. What about 3 and 2 and 2 and 5? Wrong. So we can't do that. So now what about 5 and 2? Nope. What about 2 and 3? Yeah, that works. Okay, what about 2, 3, and 7? No, that doesn't work either. So, going through that first example, what I'm observing is, and I know that with sliding window we use those 2 pointers, okay, so something to do with 2 pointers. Now what I'm thinking is I have my start here and my stop here initially, so they're both pointing at the same index, and then I move one over and say, does this still qualify? And if it does, then I can update my variable, like longest, to reflect, like, hey, did I find a new longest subsequence? Okay. So then if I say, okay, does this meet the specifications? And the answer is no. So then what do I do? Should I immediately move to look at this? Or is there ever a situation in which I can, let me try to think of one here. So like nums is equal to this. Just trying to think of something. Like, let's see, 2 and 3 and 3 and 2 and 2 and what am I trying to induce? What I want to say that this last value, so I get like this, and then I want to delete that old one. Okay, so something like this, I guess. 2, 2, 2, and then 1, and then 1, and then 1. I think this will... Okay, so I get the 2 and the 3. This satisfies it, and this satisfies it, right? And then I come here, this satisfies, and now I come here, and I have that 1. Now the 1 and the 3 now do not, they have a conflict. So my question is, okay, I guess what I have to do is I have to change my left pointer to now be here, right? I have to change it to be past the variable that breaks the rule. And then I can update again and then try to do this. Okay, so how do I translate this into code? So longest equals 0. So initially it's 0. And then left equals right equals 0. So we're starting at the first index. So while right is less than len nums equals length of nums. Len nums. Okay. Then what? Then so I want to iterate through all of those. Okay, so do I need something like highest? Okay. Highest equals, and I'm just going to set it to highest equals lowest equals, and then nums of 0. Okay. And the reason that I'm doing that is I'm going to try to, I'm going to keep track of this highest and lowest while I'm iterating through here. And I think that's going to be how I check if the highest value is the highest value and the lowest value is off by more than 1. Do I also need to keep track of the index? Because I want to know where the highest value is, right? And I want to know where the lowest value is because that matters, right? Yeah, it does matter. Okay, so I'm trying to think if I'm backing myself into a corner right now. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do something here. I don't quite know what yet. So return longest. I know that we're gonna return the longest. Okay. So I also know that nums here, I'm indexing this. What happens if nums is empty? So if not nums, then we return 0 because there's no length to the harmonious subsequence because there is no sequence at all. So now we know that nums does exist at this point here. Okay, might also be in the, yeah, so the length of nums is greater than 1, so we didn't really need that. We could have indexed this nums anyways. So I'm actually just gonna delete that because it's not necessary. Okay, so now what do I want to do in here? Well, I want to move my right over by one, maybe? Is that what I want to do? I don't know. Okay. Right plus equals 1. Is this? Okay. So let me just go through back what I said and then see if I can translate this to code. So I'm going to start here. They're both looking here. Then I'm going to look to add this element, right? So I'm going to look to add that element. So actually I can go like element. Okay, this is the element to add. So equals, and I right now I'm not concerned about indexing outside the bounds of the array. I'm going to figure that out later. So nums of right and then plus 1, right? Come here. So it's an element. If element is larger than highest, then what do we want to do? We want to change highest. Highest equals element. Okay? If element is less than lowest, we want to change lowest. Lowest equals element. Okay? Now we want to check if the highest and lowest is greater than 1, maybe? If highest minus lowest is greater than 1, then what do we want to do? I'm not really even sure. We need to, in this case, we need to maybe I should say is less than or equal to 1. In this case, what can we do? We can check. We can move our right pointer over. I don't even know. I don't know. Right equals. We can add it into it, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Right equals right plus 1. Okay. And now if right minus left is larger than longest, then longest equals right minus left. Okay, so right minus left is the length of that harmonious subarray, and I think this is the check that I'm doing to say like, hey, are you still satisfying the longest sub or harmonious sub? Does left and right, does all of the elements within your stretch, right? Like for example, 3 2 2. So left is here, right is here. Do you still satisfy the condition of being harmonious? Yes or no? If you do, Great. Then I am going to find your length, which is what? The left minus the right. Okay. And I'm going to put that in longest if it's longer than my current longest. Okay. Otherwise, right, like if it's else, and that's else to the case that it is harmonious. So it's not harmonious. So now what do we need to do? We need to change the right slash left. Now, how do we actually want to change the right slash left? Well, in this case, it was something like, so we have the 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then here, and at this 1, so I need to change this to be, I know that I need to change it to be, come on, this, so I need to get rid of those, but how do I do that efficiently in code? I don't know. And then does it make a difference if I do, this is like the case where the 3 is bigger and the bigger number causes the crash. But what about if it was the opposite, where the smaller number caused the crash, and then there was like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 3, 3, 3, kind of like this. And so now this 2 is going to cause the crash, you see? Oh wait, no, actually, hold on. Percent 10, these 3s are like zeros. So 0, 0, 0. Okay, something like this. Also, can we have negative numbers? Yes, we can have negative numbers. Okay. So then does that actually throw into... Let me just do an absolute value. I don't even know. Where do I have minuses? That's fine. Highest, lowest. Yeah, so right and left should be okay. Okay, well... maybe if I look at it more, and because nothing is going on in my brain right now, so just looking at it, the answer will come to me. That's always no. I always have this, not a bad habit, but just like this idea that, I just look at it and hope that inspiration comes to me, because right now I'm not finding any ideas. So what can I do? What can I do? Change the left and the right. How? Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just... while... Yo, I don't know if I'm making... is greater than 1. Okay. Okay. This might just give me an infinite while loop, but I don't have much other ideas right now. So while this left plus equals 1, so I'm moving over the left by 1, okay? And now, do I need to kind of get rid of that old value? So like, if nums of what, left minus 1, so the old value is less than, is greater than largest, then what do I do? If it's greater than, if it's equal to largest, if it is the largest, equal to or, so greater than or equal to, I don't think it would ever be greater than, but I'm just like covering my bases, equal to, then I need to update it to the second largest, but I don't know the second largest. Right, because I can't just do change largest. Largest equals what? I don't know. Largest equals the second largest, but I don't know the second largest. That's the problem. Is there some trick that I'm not getting? This should be second largest, but I don't know that value. And how do I get that value? Okay, well, no point in, I can't figure it out. Okay. Here is my my partial solution to this one. Let's see. Can you give me some ideas without giving me the code? Okay. So a harmonious, yeah, we have that. Frequency counting. Use a dictionary or default dict to count the frequency of each number in the list. This will help you quickly identify potential harmonious subsequences, pairing adjacent numbers. For each unique number in the list, check if the adjacent number nums plus 1 exists in the dictionary. If it does, the sum of the frequencies of num and nums plus 1 will give you the length of the potential harmonious subsequence. Okay, so count frequencies, iterate through the list, and populate the dictionary with frequencies of each number. Check adjacent pairs. Return the maximum length. I don't know. Nums is equal to this. Good. frequency is 1 1 2 2 3 2 5 1 7 1. So we're just creating a dictionary that has the frequency of each element. Check for ones. What? How is that possible? But in this case, it's... What if there was, if we're just checking the frequency, what if nums was something... Nums was something like this, like, a 3... Sorry. 2... 4 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4, like this, like a whole bunch of 2s and 4s, right? Then we have a 7 and an 8 and a 8 and a 0, something like this. So the longest subsequence or harmonious subsequence is this: 7, 8, and 8. So it's 3. But we're going to be looking and seeing this 7 and 4. But they're okay, so maybe I'm not even articulating the idea correctly. Is 5. I don't see how the frequency of the number can tell me how long the subsequence is, because the frequency, nowhere in here does it actually take into account the placement of those numbers. Okay, so show me the code, because I can't figure it out. Okay. A default dictionary, go through all of the numbers. So we just get the frequency. Now for nums in frequency, if nums plus 1 in frequency, longest is equal to longest plus or frequency I always hate when I'm too tired to actually like expend mental energy. Like I want to understand this. Like I feel like if I had even a little bit more energy right now, I could understand it. I'm looking at this problem and I'm like, my brain, I feel like I can understand it, but I feel like my brain is just telling me, like, no, I'm not going to spend the energy. I'm not going to. Come on, can I force my... Okay, so what we're doing, we are longest. Frequency number plus 1. So why are we doing this? Where does this come from? This is a dictionary right there, and we have this, which is what? A key. This is a key value. Value is what? Value is... That's the frequency. Okay, so now what are we doing? We are taking the key that which is num, which is the specific number which we are currently on in this for loop. Then that is the value plus frequency of... So we're getting back the value, which is the frequency of 1, and then getting back the value of the frequency of the highest, or the adjacent, like nums plus 1, so the bigger value. and taking them out. Okay. So I failed on 3 fronts. I failed to get the problem by myself. Then I failed to understand the problem from just, can you tell me about it? I failed on that front because I couldn't understand this. Now I said, give me the code here, and I still can't understand it. So I failed on all 3 aspects. I am going to push submit just so that I kind of save that I had that. Anyways, Command A, Command V. I just want to see if it works. Okay. I don't think that I need this actually. Let me just, in case I do, like that. There we go. Submit. Let's see. I want to see, does it even work? Like, I don't understand. Well, okay. Apparently it does work. Uh, well, so there's the answer. Ta-da! um, yeah, I'm sorry guys. I can't quite figure out why this one works. I feel like it's something really stupid. Like I'm gonna look at this in the morning and be like, oh, well, yeah, that it's gonna take me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna look at it and be like, yeah, that's dumb. Why couldn't I figure it out? But I'm sorry, I can't. There we go. So here's the answer. Enjoy. All right. But anyways, uh, I guess yeah. So uh, moving forward, tomorrow I'll probably have to go just look at that explanation, not explanation, but the way that I solved it and just try to understand like what was going on. As I said, the point of these videos here, I was doing Leetcode kind of more intense. Like I have to solve the problem, or not have to solve the problem, but like I have to really dig into it. I have to dig into each problem. I need to like I was going intense, right? But right now a lot of things are like at work things are pretty busy. Luckily my projects are going a lot better. I was able to make some pretty good breakthroughs in the past few days, so very happy about that. But just like I was doing too much at the same time, and so I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do is change my strategy on Leetcode. I'm just gonna take it more easy. I'm gonna try to see a wide variety of different problems. I'm going to try to just kind of let my subconscious, see this problem. Even if I don't get it, even if I don't succeed, okay, now my subconscious has seen this problem. I know it's something to do with dictionaries, and then tomorrow I'm going to take a look and try to understand it again. And then that's going to seep into my unconscious. And then in the future, I'm hoping that by giving my subconscious this fuel, it's going to, help me build my intuition, help me build my understanding of these Leetcode concepts and problems. So that's at least my theory. I don't know if it's true. I kind of made the theory up myself. Armchair psychologist, I guess. But that's what I'm planning on, and that's how I'm trying to move forward. So, anyways, if you want to subscribe to this, I haven't earned your, I guess this video, I didn't earn your subscription. So if you don't want to subscribe, you're like, why would I subscribe to a guy who can't even solve an easy? Understood. Understood. I got you. But if you do want to subscribe, that would be awesome. I almost have 600 subscribers now, so thank you to everyone who did subscribe. And tomorrow we will be back with another Leetcode and time to put more of that, more concepts, more problems into our subconscious. So let's do it. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you back tomorrow. All right. See ya.